I live in a block of flats and I know a few of my neighbours really well. We like similar things, so we socialise quite a lot. Today I'm going to ask people about their neighbours. How well do you know your neighbours?
I know my neighbours quite well. I moved in a year ago and I live in the middle flat, and it's a house that's broken into 3 flats. The guys upstairs moved in a year ago as well, and the guys downstairs have been there for a few years. But we all have a communal garden, so we get to use that space together.
It varies enormously. 1 or 2 really quite well. Some very close, I don't even know what they look like. And that is very typical of this area. I live just round the corner from here, very typical of inner city, urban London.
Virtually not at all. I live in a flat and I moved into the flat about 6 months ago.
Yeah, I know them quite well, but some I get on with and some I don't. Some I want to get on with and some I don't want to get on with.
Not at all. I've never even seen him. But, no, I don't know him at all, quite honestly.
What makes a good neighbour?
A good neighbour is someone that you can trust, that you could leave your key with, that you could ask to water your plants or feed your cat.
I think what makes a good neighbour is someone who looks out for you and you look out for them as well.
Knowing when to interfere and not to interfere, being friendly at the right times but not being intrusive.
A good neighbor would be someone who's considerate, who always keeps in mind that they do have neighbors, whether it be noise or trash, just keeping up their property, making it a nice place that people will want to come home to.
Someone who you can trust and who doesn't cause you any grief.
What about a bad neighbour?
A bad neighbour is someone that forgets that you exist as well, and it has loud music until 6 a.m.
Not respecting privacy, intruding, not understanding what your neighbour wants, and not just in that sense, but in the sense of not participating, not doing things when a neighbour needs help.
Someone who is not considerate, who, whether it's a lot of noise or a lot of trash, doesn't upkeep their property, who's not really friendly.
Tell me about the best or worst neighbour you've ever had.
She was a lady who lived above me, and she was very quiet, very nice. She would oftentimes come and kind of check on me, see if I'm okay. So we would kind of chit-chat. So I got to know her pretty well, which was pretty nice.
The worst neighbour I've ever had lived next door to me in the last house I was in, and he was just very noisy all the time, day and night. You were constantly aware of him. One
night I was, about 8 o'clock, I heard a noise outside. I opened the windows, and a loud voice said, "Get down, crouch down." And it was clearly a policeman. And I had to say, "Crouch down." And in my garden at the back, 3 policemen shot in and shot over the wall, and it turned out that I was living next to the number 2 in the main criminal gang in North London, and they were arrested and taken away.